I'm Courtney.
And I'm Julie.
This is Clark, and we got married in October 2021, and we were lucky enough to have Brandy be our videographer. It was pretty much right out of the gate, we knew if she had availability, this was going to be the videographer for us.
Every time she saw one of these films, she cried.
Every single time.
We found Brandy and immediately fell in love with her work. And the whole time I was, not really certain if we were going to get a videographer. But let me tell you, if you were on the fence, get a videographer and book Brandy because she was so awesome to work with. She was very responsive throughout the whole process. She was on top of things from day one. I never had to reach out to her for anything, and I know with other vendors sometimes you have to keep pushing, but she was so on top of it.
Leading up to the wedding day, Brandy, asked us a bunch of questions about my culture, what are the unique ceremonies we do. So really, she really took the time to learn and make sure she captured everything.
She does also an amazing job of being everywhere at once. It's really incredible how even when you have people at different parts of the venue, we still had elements that were captured from places we weren't.
Brandy was everywhere, but nowhere at the same time. She was, we've seen all of her footage, and I just couldn't even remember. I was like, Brandy was there for that? Like, she was so behind the scenes, yet she caught all the major moments. So, the whole day was just awesome because of her, and I was so happy that she was able to capture it.
Let Brandy pay attention to the details. She does a phenomenal job. I don't think the day could have gone without her. She was just the best when it came to all of this, and we could not say thank you enough to her.
I think what really surprised me was the level of detail and level of sort of attention she put to the different ceremonies we had. We had a bunch of different ceremonies, and she knew things about ceremonies from my culture that I had no idea about. So that really goes to show Brandy really put the effort in rather than just sort of winging it the day of.
The videos seems to have a cohesion that a lot of other videos don't necessarily have, and I can say that came through in the film that was ultimately delivered to us. There was a very solid sort of thematic narrative arc to it.
So
cool.
Amazing that she can just take all these little details, remember all of them, and piece it into a really good story, a live storybook basically of our wedding day.
The style, the way that she transitioned everything in the videos just made it capture everything that not only we felt that day, but the candid moments and all the important parts of the ceremonies, and we really appreciated all of that. There are things we can go back and watch, and I'll probably forget over time, but when I watch the video, I will see it there, and it will bring back all those memories, which is really what I was trying to accomplish in choosing our videographer.
Brandy is really a storyteller. I think we knew we would get beautiful moments from our day and special excerpts from the toasts and the vows, but like Julie said, to have Brandy read between the lines and come up with these thematic connections across the different speakers from the day ended up telling a more beautiful story than we could have expected. And not only that, I think she was just a wonderful, friendly, familiar support to have on the day. Like, it was almost like having an extra friend in the room, and just knowing that Brandy was there and was going to be there helped the whole day feel more fun and more relaxed. And I knew that anything having to do with video, I had nothing to worry about.
Also on the wedding day, we had our dogs there, and we'll grab them in a moment. But Brandy was so helpful with them. They usually don't listen very well, and Brandy was definitely on top of it, and we probably wouldn't have gotten such good video and pictures if Brandy wasn't a dog whisperer.
She has this amazing questionnaire that really makes you think of the details of your day that you probably are forgetting about when you're planning, because you have a lot that you're working on.
And it's hard when you're in the day to make sure you're experiencing everything. Everyone will tell you it goes so fast, and I think you won't believe it because you've been planning for so long. You don't think, how could it possibly go so fast? but it really does. And the things that you notice are not necessarily the things you think you're going to notice, and having someone to really help you capture those moments is just, it's essential. If you're waffling on a videographer, don't. Just remember that the thing that you want from this day, that you've spent so much time and energy planning, is to remember it forever. This is going to be the thing you take home the most from your day.
If you were on the fence like I was about hiring a videographer, go on that other side of the fence and book Brandy. She was just awesome to work with. Her work just speaks for itself. It's so beautiful. She made the whole process so easy. We never felt uncomfortable filming in front of her or anything like that, and she never took time away from our day, and she just worked so seamlessly with the photographers that we had hired.
As a queer couple getting married in Virginia, we talked to a number of vendors who were confused by our arrangement or hadn't worked with two brides before, or wanted to know if it was a double wedding and we had two grooms. So confusion abounds, but Brandy was clear-headed and inclusive from the get-go. In our initial conversation, she answered honestly about her experience and was able to talk us through how her approach would look and make it feel like we really were two brides being highlighted in our wedding video, which was something that we hadn't gotten from other folks in the area, and we weren't confident that someone really could balance the power of featuring two brides in a way that felt equally special and like we were both in the spotlight for the whole day. And she absolutely nailed it. She made us feel incredibly comfortable, incredibly validated, and like there was nothing unusual or unspectacular about our love.
Good luck planning your wedding. She's gonna make it even easier for you. But yeah, we love Brandy, and we are forever Iron and Ivy fans.
We're truly so thankful, Brandy, for all of the work that you did creating our beautiful wedding video that we will now have for many years to come. So thank you.
We really can't say enough good things about Brandy. I think the video is something, and the friendship is something we will cherish forever.
I can't stop watching it, honestly.
Archie and Dewey and Katrina and Darcy, thank you. We love you, Brandy, and we love Iron and Ivy.